Hey guys, King here. Minecraft 1.20 snapshots have already begun, starting with Snapshot 22w42a. Now why is it Snapshot 22w42a, you might be asking? Well, the 22 just stands for year 2022. W stands for week, meaning we're in the 42nd week of the year, and A just means the snapshot of the week. So, you get 2022, week 42, first snapshot of the week. Now we got that cleared up. Let's go over the update. At first, when you download the update, it may not seem so clear at what has changed, but let's start with the elephant in the room, the reorganized inventory. The inventory has been reorganized into different categories, so if you're used to the old one, take a second to refamiliarize yourself with this, because in the building blocks tab, you now have all the wood types, even fences and gates, which used to go in decoration blocks. As well as that, it's also been sorted out into oak, and then the spruce, and then the birch, and so on. Not just this, but also into stone. They've organized everything. Every single item. If you want to look more into this, I'll encourage you just to do it yourself, but in the interest of saving time, I'm just going to mention one more thing about this. Down here in the spawn eggs, they have used none other than the shulker spawn egg. Now call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, but this could be a hint at an update coming very soon featuring the end. I mean, just think about it. Why would you pick the shulker spawn egg out of any other spawn egg? Especially things like the chicken spawn egg, which is more iconic than, say, the shulker.
Coincidence? I think not!
However, if you dig deeper than this, you can find the features talked about during Minecraft Live 2022. All you have to do is, when you are creating a world, go to the data pack section and enable update_1_20 feature pack. Optionally, if you want, you can also use the bundle feature pack. Bundles really aren't a part of this in my opinion, but I'm just going to show you. You can in fact put them, you can in fact put items in your bundles to store up to 64 items, but in separate stacks. Very handy. Very neat little feature here, and if you want to put your items out, all you gotta do is just click. One last thing to note about experimental features is that you cannot enable the features on an already existing world. So now that that's all covered, let's jump straight into the features. Let's start off here with the camel. So, to start us off here, the camel, you do need a saddle to ride it, but as far as I can tell, there is no need to tame it. It is rideable by 2 players. As you can see, there's a second spot for a player to ride on. However, because I am lonely, I am the only one here on the server and I cannot test this feature. It will spawn exclusively in desert villages, so definitely look for a desert village as soon as you can find these guys once it releases. The nicest fact about these guys is that, let me go into survival really quick to show you. One of the coolest features about these guys is that most mobs cannot reach you because you are way taller than them, so you can just hit these husks and zombies out of your way while you're riding a camel. Perhaps one of the coolest features about the camel is the fact that it can walk right over fences. That's right, your fence is now useless. You have to use a lead with these guys unless you do a too high fence. And as you can see, the unfortunate thing about these guys is that they randomly just sit down. They are very stubborn too once they do, because it might be a little bit tricky to get them to move. Unfortunately, I can't show you that right now because he was very willing this time around. So he can walk slow, or he can sprint. But one thing that this guy has that other mounts don't is the dash ability, which I'll show you right now. As you can see, that was the dash. It, as far as I could tell, again, does not hurt enemies, but it is a quick escape if you need out of a situation, or if you're trying to cross a gap like a river. He does not jump though, just the dash. One more thing to note about the dash is that it will drain your stamina bar, but it's only for a short period of time, very manageable, and honestly, I could see the camel taking place over a horse any day of the week. Perhaps one of the biggest features that was announced at Minecon was the bamboo wood. The bamboo wood are all new wood blocks that feature all the variations such as stairs, slabs, and fences. It's very easy to craft though, as shown over here. All you need is 4 bamboo to make 1 bamboo wood. There's also a brand new plank type that is currently exclusive to bamboo called Bamboo Mosaic. I'm really hoping this comes to other wood types because this block right here is a lovely little block. All you have to do to craft it is using 2 bamboo slabs. And then finally, the bamboo raft. This boat is the same as the old boat, but it looks different. Honestly, I could see it being used a lot, but it doesn't have a different model or anything like that. It's the same model as a boat. Another brand new block that was added in this fantastic snapshot is the chiseled bookshelf. It is crafted using 6 planks and 3 slabs, and as you can see, you very much can use the bamboo wood in this recipe. The chiseled bookshelf can also store all forms of books, which includes written books, regular books, book and quills, and enchanted books. Comparators also will detect the last book placed or removed, and as you can see, it does not go up to 15 away yet. As you can see, light on. When you remove a book, light still on. I can't tell if this is a bug or a feature, but when you have it fully filled in, it turns light on. If you remove a book, the light stays on. I'm not sure if this is a bug or an intended feature. However, it seems like a neat little thing that I'm sure somebody can use somewhere in their build. Perhaps the feature that I am most excited for is hanging signs. This sign is more expensive than normal, but it is crafted with 2 chains and 6 stripped logs of choice, and it will give you 6 hanging signs. Now you can hang this block up by placing it on the underside of a block, or the underside of a fence, or to the side of a block. However, that being said, you cannot place it on the ground. But if you were to want to place it on the ground hypothetically and do whatever I did here, you can do that. All you gotta do is get a regular block, place it on the side of it, and then break the block. For some reason this does not get rid of it. However, if you do the same thing but on the underside, like so, it breaks it. Confusing, I'm not sure if they're going to keep this mechanic or not. However, it's a cool little thing to note. There are also now 3 unique sounds for wood. The overworld wood type, which is this. The nether wood type, which is this. And now you have bamboo. There's just a couple more changes here that I want to briefly cover that I don't understand personally because it does not cover anything I've personally experienced, but changes to chat have been made. So there's a link in the description, but the notable ones included: you no longer can access chat preview. I have no idea what that was, but it was added like in 1.19.2, I think, included with their server moderation features. There's other chat changes as well, but I personally don't understand them. But I'm just going to leave it in the link in the description so you can check it out yourself. Another different change is that stronghold generation is now just a little bit tweaked. They're still placing concentric rings, but the position in the rings may change by just a couple of degrees, give or take. I am so thankful for this. There are a lot of bug fixes in this, some that have bothered me for a very long time, and I hope that you enjoy these as much as I do. I'm only going to name a couple of them, but as I mentioned earlier, link in the description, you can see all of them yourself. Mobs will no longer build up damage while dangling on a leaf. Thank you. Rabbits will also drop raw rabbit 100% of the time. And now when you are in a container, you can hold Q to rapid drop. And finally, pressure plates will activate even when they visually should. Thank you, Mojang. Links to all these fixes, features, and more, including my Twitch channel, are in the description. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.